Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we're in the state of Illinois. We're currently in the city of Chicago. Today we're going to be doing a driving tour of a neighborhood called Greater Grand Crossing. It's 77 degrees outside right now. Greater Grand Crossing is located on the south side of Chicago. We just passed a church on my right-hand side, Church of the Good Shepherd Congregational. We're about 4 minutes away from our desired start destination. We'll probably start this tour off around Oblock. Oblock is one of the Notorious housing projects over here in Chicago. We'll pass it, show you guys what the area looks like, and then we'll continue to explore Greater Grand Crossing. We're at 58th and Prairie. We have a mother on our right. She looks like she's walking with her two children. One of the kids is on one of those little scooters. Remember we used to ride them when we was kids? I remember when they first came out, the little Razor scooters. Yeah. That was back in like 99, I think, 1999. Pretty much the concept is like rollerblade wheels on a scooter. We're at Prairie Ave. We're gonna take this down to 63rd. We're at 59th right now. At 63rd, we'll make a left. Now, if you're new to the channel, what I do here is I try to use my vehicle to take you guys on a virtual tour. I'm able to cover more square miles in a vehicle than I am walking. I try to reserve the walking tours for downtown. And even when I walk downtown, I'm not able to cover a whole entire downtown within 1 hour, unless it's one of those small towns. We're at 60th and Prairie Ave. So far, we've traveled to date 36 states out of 48 states. I'm from Philadelphia, PA, East Coast. Traveled across the whole country. Hit 36 states so far. Our goal is to execute all 48 states. And you know what I mean? Just at least say I've been to all 48 states. The immediate drivable states, not including Alaska and Hawaii. You got to fly to Hawaii and you got to drive through Canada to get to Alaska. Check out that classic right there. Ah, he chilling. That white Cadillac. All right, we at 61st and Prairie. We got St. Edmund's Oasis on our right-hand side. We're still 2 minutes away from our desired start destination. We got a Child's Place Academy 2 on our left-hand side. So I try to point out the obvious and the not so obvious. To some people watching, some things I point out may not be as obvious. To some people watching, you guys might already know this stuff, but we're here to document the neighborhood in its essence. So maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 years later in the future, you look at this video, you can see what it used to look like. We passed Holy Trinity Church on our left. We got a little 50cc scooter on my right, about to pass us. True Holiness Apostolic Faith Church on our left. Oh no, the scooter slowed down. Yeah, he stopped. He pulled over. All right, we're at 63rd and Prairie. Make this left-hand turn. We got Norfolk Southern on our right. Looks like some sort of industrial business. We're going under the L, which is their train. We have a Save-A-Lot on our left-hand side. We got Duels School of Excellence on our right. We're at Camelot and 63rd. I got a car about to pass me in 3, 2, 1. So I'm gonna go probably in her lane. I would have been there originally, but she was driving a little faster than I was. I'm gonna have to make this right-hand turn so we can at least check out Oblock. Oblock is said to be more dangerous than the West Side and several other neighborhoods based on its reputation that it's gotten from, you know, drill rap. There's a lot of famous rappers like Chief Keef and Lil Durk. They put it on the map. All right, we got Little Jamaica. Looks like a cuisine spot right there in front of us. Jamaican cuisine spot on my left. Check Cash Business. You got Laundry World on my left-hand side. You got a little, what's that? A little food cart? What is he selling? Corn dogs. Wow, he was selling corn dogs. Six Brothers fast food and grocery on our left. We got an AutoZone on our left. So I believe this on my right hand side is the Notorious old block, if I'm correct. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. We got AutoZone, Baba's on our left. Baba's Philly Steak and Lemonade. We got Parkway Supermarket on our left. So I believe these are the Parkway apartments, if I'm correct. But it does have, oh, there you go, Parkway Gardens. I'm sorry. Yeah, so Parkway Gardens. There's a security guard right there if you wanted to make a right. Then there's a police. Yep, there's a special forces police there. So I think, you need to have a reason for actually entering. I see kids out back playing basketball and all that, though. Let me see if I can go around this to give you guys somewhat of a better vantage point. But there was a security guard. B, there was nope, there's a cop right here too. Damn, son. Special patrol. Damn, you can't even drive through it. Yeah, I guess if you don't have a reason to actually be in there, they don't want you in there. If you're not a resident, they probably don't want you in there. But I'm going to try to spin the block at least once so y'all can get one more look. I just wanted to show you the location. We're on Marquette Road, 6700 block of Marquette. I'm going to make this right. We'll make another right. We'll go around again. And then after we take another peek at that, we'll just talk about some basic knowledge that you can find on the World Wide Web as far as crime facts, crime stats, and whatnot. So honestly, it looks like we got to go up to State Street, which is a little mission. It's right up the road. That's the only way that we can get to it, unless if we just bust a U-turn right here. Boom. Trick move, up, down, square, circle, R1, R2. Bam! I just entered a cheat code, and I made a U-turn. So we just gonna make a left, and we're gonna see it one more time. I'm gonna try to drive a little slower, but it's kind of hard to drive slow on these blocks when everybody want to go fast. So remember, this is the Greater Grand Crossing neighborhood. Greater Grand Crossing is one of the 77 communities over here. The total area of Greater Grand Crossing is 3.56 square miles. The population as of the year 2015 United States Census was 32,346 people. The median income is $26,515. So we're waiting for the light to turn green. Yes, the O Block is an apartment complex. Surprisingly, it receives a 4.9% in reviews and in stars. 4.9 is pretty it's pretty high because I think it's out of 5, right? I think that's 4.9 out of 5. Yeah, it got 5 stars. So it got really good reviews. I don't know if that's just all the homies logging on and they're like, hold on, let's give our hood a 5-star. Or if they actually provide quality service. It's an apartment complex here in Chicago, Illinois. The Parkway Gardens Homes is also referred to as O Block. It's a low-income apartment complex located in Greater Grand Crossing. There you go. So let's make this left-hand turn. Got to be careful though. A lot of traffic. Now, this apartment complex has a notorious connotation, like a stigma connected to it. Because, for example, I remember seeing a video where a gentleman was contracted, or they attempted to contract him to shoot I believe like a graduation party or something. He was a photographer. They wanted him to shoot a photography session here for her graduation, and he refused it. We got New Beginnings Church on my left. Yeah, he refused it. He said he's not going. Let me pull over because there's tons of cars behind me. Try to pull over, position myself a little better. So I don't think that's a police officer. I think it does say special patrol, but they're on both entrances. So yeah, let me see what I can do here. I'm gonna try to reverse here and point my vehicle to the actual projects or the housing complex so you can see it. See, there's a car coming out of it. You see that Chevy right there? So that's the housing complex. And it's right next to Parkway Gardens Christian Church. Wow. It's right next to the church. So them brown buildings are the start of what would be O Block. So let's continue. Now, I believe O Block might even be like the slang hood name for it, because as you can see, Parkway Gardens is the actual name. You got Best Motel on my right. I got cars behind me, y'all, so I'm sorry. Now leasing. Old Block is now leasing, so if anybody's considering moving in, boom. Taylor Wright Alterations Repair Service on our right-hand side. So the 3 bus stop is right in front of Old Block's housing complex, passing 65th. Yeah, bro. And there's another Special Forces officer here. They got 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 Special Force officers. Yo, that's crazy. And all of this would be Old Block on my left. Or we can say Parkway Gardens. All right, let's pass 64th. Let me make a right? And then I'm make another right, and we're going to face it just one last time. So you guys get one last peek, and then I'm going to be done with this, and we can continue exploring the neighborhood, talking about the notable people that come from here. We'll talk about even somebody surprisingly well-known across the world, and she's from this neighborhood. So that's interesting. We'll talk about that shortly. Let me make a right. I'm going to try to make a right here. Is this possible? Is this one-way, two-way, one-way, two-way? And this looks like a one-way, but let's make it a two-way. No, it looks like a two-way. That Expedition on my right is facing this way. We got the train station right here on my left, so I guess they got access to the train station. If you live in Old Block, boom, you got the train right here next to you. Woodlawn Super Fair, Fresh Market. Y'all got a supermarket right here, so you can, you know what I mean, cop up on your food. Fish and chicken. Again, I be seeing fish and chicken spots all over Chicago, yo. All right, I'm going to make this, ouch, right-hand turn. Dang, streets is crazy. And we should be able to make a right at this corner. So, Old Block was built in 1950. It took, I believe, 5 years to make, 1950 through 1955. And it consists of less than 1 acre. 1 acre of land. The actual address to Old Block is 6400 South King Drive, Chicago, Illinois, 60637. So, how dangerous is Old Block? The 6400 block of South King Drive, known locally as Old Block, after murder victim O.D. Perry. Oh, snap. All right. So maybe O.D. Perry was like a resident from around here, maybe one of the original residents from that complex. And rest in peace, he passed away. So they probably, since his name was O.D. Perry, they probably named it Old Block. Had the most shootings of any block in Chicago between 2011 and 2014. I repeat, Old Block had the most shootings of any block in Chicago between 2011 and 2014. Many of these shootings occurred in 2011 and 2012. And city police report that violence at the complex has steadily declined. So I guess maybe in 2022 it's not as popping as it used to be. But look, that's it in front of us. And it's a gated, private complex. One of the most notorious areas in Chicago. So much so that you got a lot of rappers that basically incorporate it in their music. So like if they rap, for example, you got like Chief Keef, who mentioned it. And you got, I think King Von also mentioned Take Her to the O. So I don't know if he was referring to here or just in general, but I know King Von, rest in peace, King Von, he used to refer to that. Yeah, Lil Durk's crew and record label, OTF, Only the Family. I guess they also rep this area right here. Let's make this right at 63rd. We're at 63rd and King Drive. I'm gonna make this right, and then we'll start to now explore more of the surrounding areas of Old Block. So you guys got a chance to see the location, you know, what's around Old Block, and then I'm going to show you the surrounding neighborhoods. So we already went down right, so let's go a block further and then make a right, and then go travel deeper. We got a bunch of people on my left out on the corner chilling, walking. Let's make this, oh, this is a one way, so I can't make a right. All right, so let's go straight. On the next block, we should be able to make a right. JOA Beauty Supply on our left. Look it, there's rules right here. There's a board of rules which are in several neighborhoods in the city of Chicago. It says, "Welcome to the 6300 Rhodes Block Club. No loitering on our corners. Loud music, drugs, gambling, dog littering, suspicious activity. Caps supported." Yo, what's funny is that they called it dog littering. Basically, pick up after your dog. We got trees on both sides of the street. There's a residential block, vinyl sided houses with brick. There's a boarded up house right here on my left hand side. It's boarded and it's sealed up. It got the dogs metal gate. I think DAWGS is probably some sort of company here that provides those gates for abandoned houses, because I've seen that on a couple abandoned houses throughout the south side. All right, so for example, A-Roy, whose real name is Avian D. Givens, was a rapper from Chicago's O-Block, known to be a dangerous block in Chicago. The rapper was a member of Lil Durk's crew and record label, Only the Family. So I guess if they're talking about it was past tense, right? Yeah. He may have passed away. Did he pass away? Anybody watching? Did this gentleman pass away? And make sure there's no cars behind me. All right, cool. Welcome to O-Block is the debut album by American rapper King Von. Rest in peace, King Von. The one and only, or the only one to be released during his lifetime. It was released on October 30th of 2020 through Only the Family and Empire Distribution. So he only got a chance. There's another bando over here on my left. Damn, there's another one too, another bando. So he only got, a third one, a third abandoned. My bad, y'all. Three abandoned buildings back to back. Oh, dang, another one down here. But this one looks like they're repairing it. On 65th, it looked like they're repairing it. So it's boarded, but it got a bunch of new windows. The windows have new caps. Like the trims, they're white, fresh white. We're at 65th and Rhodes. Let's continue to move forward. So what rappers are from 63rd? The slang term 63rd has been used by Lil Durk, King Von, Tech 9, Tusi, FB, rest in peace, FBG Duck, Mick Jenkins, and many more rappers. And again, why is O-Block so famous? It says because O.D. Perry. Yeah, O.D. Perry when he passed away and all that. And then it had the most shootings from 2011 to 20, what was that, 14? Yeah, 2014, June 2014. So there's an article that comes up that says, who owns O-Block in Chicago? Who owns it? Well, it looks like it could be a public housing complex. I don't think anybody can own it. But we're at Marquette and Rhodes. It says Chicago, Illinois' Lil Durk has been emphatic about purchasing Chicago's infamous O-Block, a place he and his late Only the Family artist King Von once called home. Wow, so he bought that job? Or is he going to buy it? That'll be a power move for real. If he buys the apartment complex that he used to, I don't know if he used to live there or hang at, Rhodes Food on our right. That's crazy. Like if he bought it, that's crazy. Then he'll be receiving the rent. You know what I mean? Like then he'll be the landowner, the land, you know what I mean? The landlord. All right, you got South Chicago Food Market on my right-hand side. Yeah, so like I was telling you earlier, that gentleman was, they attempted to contract him to shoot a photography session for their daughter's, her graduation. And he made a video, and we're on Rhodes Ave, 67 Rhodes Ave, and he emphasized in great detail on how he's not no sucker and how he's not gonna get gotten, and that he ain't taking his camera equipment. Yo, ain't nobody gonna let us buy, bro. Like we gotta squeeze ourselves in here because they're gonna keep on going. It was just a funny video. I don't know if he was serious or what, but basically he said he not taking that gig, that his life is worth more than the gig. You know what I mean? So I mean, And then he said that she was like very shady on the details. Like she didn't tell him that I don't know, that he asked a couple times like where, and she didn't want to say nothing. And then at the end that he found out that it was there. He's like, oh hell no. It was an African American young man, a young photographer, Keef. We're at Keef and 68th. I'm gonna keep on going straight. These blocks are kind of like throwing me off, like they're turning and all this craziness. All right, let's make this left here. Keefe. Is that Keefe or Keef? K-E-F-E. Keef. Church space for rent on my left. We got some people driving by us on a motorcycle. Wonder if that's where Keef got his name from, right? Chief Keef? That'd be crazy. So, I never really used to listen to Chief Keef music, but the way that I heard of Chief Keef was through the director, Ben Hughes. There's a young director. I think he's from Minnesota. Anyway, he's a YouTuber and a director and cinematographer and editor and filmmaker and all that stuff. He has a great portfolio. He's a young man too, and when he started making music videos and stuff, he was young. And I used to look at his work because his work was pretty cool, you know, at the time. And he is a young man, and he got a chance to film, I believe, a handful of music videos for Chief Keef. He shot music videos for who was the other one? Young Chop, and I think a few others. But that's how I heard of Chief Keef. You know, through, you know, because I used to watch Ben Hughes music videos, and he shot his music video. I guess his earlier ones. All right, we're at 68th. Let's make this right-hand turn. Let's not go any further. Let's start going more south because the neighborhood is a little further south. Oblock was like right on the corner tip of the neighborhood, so we were just on the corner tip of it. I'm trying to like get a little deeper so y'all can see more of the central portion of it. We're at Champlain and 68th and Champlain. There's no stop sign here. I just stop out of habit. Then the CRV on our left got a snowplow. Oh, I'm about to say, it was just sitting in front of it. I'm about to say, dang, who hooked that joint up to a snowplow? All right, let's make this. This is Langley. Damn, they got the Welcome to Langley Block Club sign here too. They don't play in Chicago with those Block Club signs. First time I've ever punch buggy, no punch back. Looking on my left hand side, there's a abandoned house on my right too. Yeah, saw that Beetle on my left, Volkswagen Beetle. Yeah, the first time I ever saw that sign was here. And remember earlier I said I've been through 36 states so far out of 48. I never saw that until I came to Chicago. Clever idea though. So we're traveling a little deeper into the greater Grand Crossing neighborhood. Allow us to make a right. We're at Langley, 69th and Langley. That looks like apartments right there in front of us. That is called the McKinley Apartments. So let's go straight and let's make a left somehow. Because in order to continue through greater Grand Crossings, we have to make more of a left. Damn, look at that car right there. Look at this car. This car is mangled. Look at this thing. Damn. This joint murked. They broke the windows and everything. It looked like they got into an accident. They probably parked it there and then people in the neighborhood vandalized it. Let's make this left. South Chicago Ave. I'm going to make a sharp left. You can make two lefts. A regular left and a sharp left. I'm going to make a sharp left. We're at this red light, so let's wait. So, Greater Grand Crossing covers an area of 3.56 square miles. We talked about that. We talked about the population. We talked about the median income, which was below 30,000. So the demographics, the breakdown of the neighborhood. Oh, remember I just said I was talking about the population, right? The population was 31,471 people as of 2020. The demographics, so the racial breakdown as of 2015. Let's make this left right here. We got a green light. As of the year 2015, the racial breakdown of this neighborhood, we got a shampoo and vacuum spot on my right. was 96.07% black and or African American. We got a storage mart on our right, and privilege, looks like a restaurant and bar on our left. I'm gonna make this left right here, and then we should probably make a quick right, and then we could continue traveling to the Greater Grand Crossing. Yeah, let's make this left, and then we'll make a quick right. Boom. And then we could probably make another quick right. So it was 96.0%, 96.07% black, 1.44% white, 1.11% Hispanic, 0.01% Asian, 1.36% other. So the name Grand Crossing comes from an 1853 right-of-way feud between Lakeshore and Michigan Southern Railway and the Illinois Central Railroad that led to a frog war and a crash that killed 18 people. The crash was a result of Roswell B. Mason, later to serve as mayor of Chicago, illegally constructing railroad tracks on behalf of the Illinois Central across another railroad company's tracks. Due to the lack of safety at the crossing, trains made complete stops here, and therefore industry developed around the world to cater to railroad workers. Wow, so he tried to scheme. He tried to take bread and I guess abuse his power. And he basically, it sounds like he ran two railroad tracks across each other. And one day they crashed and it killed 18 people. Damn, that's crazy, right? I'm trying to see more residential blocks. I feel like I'm on like a main commercial strip. So I'm going to try to get towards, before we get into more details, let me reorient myself and get towards the neighborhood itself. I think we got to head, all right, let's head 4 blocks forward and then we'll make a right. And I feel more comfortable starting there. We're passing South Chicago Ave. We're at the intersection of South Chicago Ave and Cottage Grove Ave. We got another fish and chicken spot on my left-hand side. On my right-hand side, we got a beautiful mural, Pride, Community, Love. Up top, there's an advertisement for now hiring RNs, registered nurses. There's a sign on our right that reads Chicago Skyway to Indiana Interstate 90. We're going under, I believe, the interstate. Got auto service on our right. Anthony and Cottage Grove, that was the intersection. Banner, Plumbing, and Heating Supplies on our left-hand side. We're at 73rd Street. Look at that Blackwood Lincoln, a pickup truck. You don't see those too often. It kind of reminds me of a Ford, F-150 Explorer, the front, like their full cab Explorers. It kind of reminds me of that. So we in Greater Grand Crossing right now as we speak, so I think I'm safe to just make a right here, and then we just got to remember right, left, stuff like that. Because this neighborhood has a weird shape. It has a angle in it, and if you come out that angle, the angle is right next to Oakwood Cemetery and Stony Island Arts Bank, and not far from there. Yeah, so we got to stay within the boundaries. Right now, we're officially still in Greater Grand Crossing. This is a deaf child area. The signs on my left that read deaf, and it shows a kid playing with a ball, so that means deaf child. We're at Langley, 73rd and Langley. Let's take this up. Let's do a trick move. Let's do right, left, and then left. Let's go up and down, because I feel like these cross blocks don't have as much activity. I'm gonna go right. You see how there's blocks? This is what I consider activity. I don't consider activity people outside. Obviously, that's common sense activity. But homes, we're trying to document the residential, layout, the architecture, the neighborhood, so you can actually see these houses. There was a white, I thought it was a dove. It's a seagull. Oh man, this is a one-way. Dang, that's tripping. If I go straight and make a left, I wonder if that's gonna work, or is this a dead end? I'll find out the hard way. So So this area was developed by Paul Cornell, the developer of what is now Hyde Park, Chicago. Throughout the 1870s, grade separation did not occur at the rail until 1912. Let's focus on traffic. Let's make this left-hand turn coming up. You got a gentleman on my right with his jack and everything. Look like he'd probably be grinding out here, fixing people's cars. Gotta get that money by all means. All right, I'm gonna make a left and try to make a left again. These streets is vicious as far as traffic is concerned. People fly like 60 miles an hour on the 35-mile route, and they're relentless. They do not stop. Like, if you waited here forever, you will be waiting here forever. Nobody's gonna just slow down. Well, very few people are gonna slow down and let you go by. Let's make this left at Champlain Ave. Champlain, let's turn left. So what notable people are from this neighborhood, guys? What notable people are from the greater Grand Crossing neighborhood? You ready? If I name anyone and you know who they are, comment in the comment section. We got Davon Bennett, a.k.a. King Von. Rest in peace. Born 1994, passed away 2020. You got Gwendolyn Brooks. You got Gwendolyn Brooks. Yo, Al Capone. Say word. Yo, Al Capone from here? Dang. From this neighborhood right here. That's crazy. Wasn't Al Capone a notorious mobster? Gangster? We got some youngsters over here on the left hand side hanging out on the corner. That's crazy, bro. I didn't know Al Capone was I believe that he was mingling in Chicago, because Chicago had big mob politics back in the day. But that's crazy. Al Capone, he was born 1899, passed away in 1947. He purchased a home at 7244 South Prairie Avenue in 1923, and shortly after moved to Cicero, Illinois. What's interesting is in Philadelphia, we got the jail, the Eastern State Penitentiary, where Al Capone was placed. So that's crazy, because I'm from Philly, right? Born and raised. I'm over here in Chicago documenting, accidentally, because I didn't come here knowing that Al Capone was from here. I'm allowed this car to go. Damn, they ain't even stop at that stop sign. Yo, there's a stop sign on my left. They ain't even stop at it. Sheesh, bro. That's why a lot of these cars is banged up. Look at this car right here on my left, crashed door. Because people just probably be eating lights and eating stop. Look, another one on my right, crashed around the rear wheel well. But anyway, I didn't come here knowing that Al Capone was. Look, another one on the door. Damn, two more on the door, crashed over here on the left. Damn, I didn't even paid attention. I have seen a lot of crashed cars. They're doing some landscaping work on the right. But abandoned house on my left. And there's a house for sale or rent. 7339 is for sale or rent. 7339. Look at this RV on my left. 7339 Champlain Ave, Chicago, Illinois. In case y'all want to see a picture of that and see the price, what they want for it. It said for sale or rent. So you can rent it, or the owner's probably ready to sell. He's probably trying to get out of this neighborhood. Al Capone, that's crazy though. So like I was saying, I'm from Philly and he's from Chicago, but he ended up going to Philly because of his prison sentence, and I ended up coming here to document it. So that's cool. That's real thorough. You got Gary Comer, Robert Cooley, mafia attorney. Oh snap. Turned government informant when corruption was king. Government informant, so he turned into a rat-a-tat-tat-tat. Yo, that's crazy, bro. But he was a mafia attorney. So he was in law. He was in law, kind of. You can't really trust a lawyer because he's in law, bro. Like, don't trust your lawyer. He in law. Those dudes get paid to pretty much like low-key get you out of lies and get you out of all of that. You can't trust lawyers. Let me cross this and then we'll continue with the list. Give me a second. We're at 75th and Champlain. Let me look left, look right, look left, look right, look left. Oh my gosh, my neck hurts. The building on my left looked like it was crumbling. Shania Davis, Wilton Daniel Gregory, Albert Sunnyland Slim, Landrew, Michelle Obama, First Lady of the United States, y'all. She was a childhood resident of Parkway Garden Homes. Bro, Not only did she live in this neighborhood, she from oblock. Look at them classics on my right. That's dope. Yo, Monte Carlo. Ooh, that was nasty. That was sick. Yo, she from oblock, bro. She got them stripes. Yo, there's another Dodge over there. On my right, crashed. The back side, the wheel was bent in. That's from eating the stop signs. There's a car over here on my left, crashed fender around the wheel well. That's from eating the stop signs. That's from speeding, bro. Dear Chicago viewer, if you're watching this and you want to prolong the life of your vehicle, make a complete stop at each sign. Look left, look right 20 times like I'll be doing, and then move forward. But don't be eating them, man. You not only putting yourself at risk, you putting other people at risk. And you messing up your whip. Come on, man. So I'm going to wait here as long as it takes until I see a clear view. Because I ain't stepping in front of this. No, that ain't happening, bro. All right, let me see. I think my right side is clear. I got to wait for my left side to get clear. I got a one car, a 2 car, a 3 car. Yo, so I wonder, what does Michelle Obama feel about what her childhood home has turned to? You know what I mean? Like, does she feel some type of way? Has she came back to let's put O Block aside, because I don't think she was living there when it was called O Block. I think O Block is a new name, remember, because when the dude passed away, rest in peace, the dude passed away, that's when they gave it that nickname, O Block. But it's the Parkway Gardens, right? Wonder how she feels about the high crime rate in Parkway Gardens. Has she came back to the community? Has she tried to, I don't know, for all I know, she probably did. I'm just not fully aware of it. Like, has she came back, try to do, like, you know, like giveaway, coat drive, you know, book bag drive? Has she tried to help the kids? Has she tried to provide programming? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm just curious. Look at that house on the left. That joint kind of nice. You see the corner entrance? I like that entrance. I really like that entrance. All right. You got Craig Robinson, and that would be the last one. Wow. So Michelle Obama. So remember earlier I was telling y'all that we had there's a abandoned house on my left. Remember I was telling y'all that we got a special person that was from here? Yeah. She's known all around the world. Yeah, that is cool. She got to be known at least around most of the world, because if you knew President Obama, you usually know the first woman most of the time, and they were the first minorities in the White House, so I'm sure that's a big accomplishment. Considering that she came from the projects, that's a huge accomplishment. Huge accomplishment. I mean, her husband was president, not her, but still, you know what I mean? Like, she came from Chicago. And yeah, now she's you know, presidential, or at least at the elite status, because they're no longer presidents. But I believe even after your term, you're still provided A1 service as far as security, things like that. There's a house for rent on my right, 7824. Is this McLean? What is this? I forgot the name of the street. Anyway. Mail carrier on my right hand side. Ouch. Potholes is crazy here. Alright, so we're actually at the border. Good thing I double checked. We're at the border. This is Champ Lane. You got Rods, Raads hair design. Rods. Might be a barbershop. So let's go right. This is 79th. Be careful. Oh snap, this car is out, bro. I gotta hit it, pedal to the metal. And then thing is, people park on the corner. Let me make this right on Lawrence Ave. People park on the corner. Check out that cleaners. Looks so old style. You see this one right here on my left? That awning looks so. We got something that looked like that in Philly, in the Frankfurt neighborhood. There was a supermarket right before you hit the train terminal. It looks just like that with the awning and all that stuff that stick out. Then we got 2-story homes on my left, 2-story homes on my right, Apex rooftops, vinyl siding, shingles on the roof. Some of them have bricks, some of them have stones. There's a boarded up one on my right with the green awnings. Some of them have open porches, some of them have closed porches. A mixture of housing designs. Oh, we got a car behind me again. Let me move out the way. We're at Lawrence, 78th and Lawrence. I'm gonna pull over, I'm gonna let them go. Yo, somebody hit their sign. They're welcome to the 77th and South Street Lawrence block. No littering, no music playing, no car wash. What? No car washing, bro. Y'all doing too much. I can't wash my car in front of my house. Come on. Like, that's ridiculous, bro. That's a dumb rule. I gotta admit it. Come on, y'all gotta admit it too. Thumbs up if that's a dumb rule. Like, I could kind of understand no car repair. Notice it does say that, but it says extensive. So that means they probably accept brakes. That means they probably accept oil changes. But they don't want you to change your engine or transmission right in front of your house. But no car washing, that's drawling. That's whack. That's like, no way. No, I'm sorry. How do y'all feel about that? No car washing. I'm sure, like, if you walk and you don't care about driving, then you don't care about it. But that's stupid. That means everybody's car on this block got to either A, be dirty, or B, you got to pay. You got to go to a car wash and actually pay to get your car clean. No, not me. You got me chopped. I'm gonna be the first one out there with a hose talking about some and then when you look at me, I'm watering the garden. I'm like, no, chill. I'm I'm watering the green stuff in front of my house. And then when you turn your head, I'm spraying my car. Man, I'm gonna come outside with a bucket. And I'm gonna hand wash my car. You can't tell me I can't hand wash my car. Because the water's gonna fall on the ground, it's gonna get dry, boom, it disappears. You know what I mean? Like, that's dumb. I can understand, the car repairs to an extent, because even oil stains the ground. You know what I mean? Oil stains the ground. So if you do an oil change and you do a poor job at it, you're gonna have oil patches under all the parking spots. But car washing, bro, like, come on, man. That was probably like one of the dumbest rules I've seen out of all those signs. No car washing. I can even understand no loud music, because that's kind of low-key. That's disturbing the peace. You feel me? That's like disturbing the peace. If you trying to read a book, you trying to watch a movie, you trying to study, you trying to go to sleep, you don't want to hear music loud. But washing a car, no, I'm sorry. You done lost the resident. You done lost the potential resident. Saying, nah, I was totally not going to move here. Yo, there's another welcome to the Lawrence sign again. All right, let's make this left on 76 and then continue to explore. So let's talk about the crime. What's the crime like over here? Because it does have a Notorious rep when it at least comes to oblock. Let's see what the crime rates are for the whole entire greater Grand Crossing neighborhood. Let's make this left at Rhodes. We're at 76 in Rhodes. I'm going to turn left. Give me a second. That building on my right looks like an apartment. That burgundy brick building. I like bricks. I like that style. Got another bando over here on my left. I made that exaggerated turn so y'all could get a little peek at the bando. Yo, my man got a brick to hold his tarp down. There was somebody crossing the street with a dog. I would have drove slower, but I had a truck behind me, y'all. I'm doing 17, 16 miles an hour. So it may feel fast, but it's an illusion. You know what I noticed? It just occurred to me today. Welcome to, another welcome sign on my right. It just occurred to me today. We're passing 77. We're on 77 from Rhodes. I'm going to pull over because this car behind me is going to keep on going. They're kind of trying to go. License plate in front of us reads Mona B 95. First name probably Mona. Her last name probably starts with a B, and then 1995. Maybe year she graduated high school, or maybe her daughter's or something. I don't know. But anyway, so what occurred to me is that, when I be driving 10 miles an hour on a little block like this, and they'd be like, Tune, drive slower. It's not that I'm driving fast. It's that the angle's so wide and the block's so slim that it looks like it's fast, right? But when I do, let's say 18 miles here, it's going to feel fast versus 18 miles on a really, really wide street. The really, really wide street is going to look slow because it's wider. I don't know if you process that information accordingly. I don't know if it makes sense. But that didn't occur to me till like today. I'm like, yo, hold on, wait. Because I was on a slow block. I mean, I was on a really wide block here in Chicago. And I'm doing like slow speeds, like 18, and I'm looking at the camera and I'm like, it looks like I'm actually going slow. It really looked like I'm going slow. But that's because the houses were spread apart. So, yeah. So, the Grand Crossing overall crime rating is 8,724 crimes per 100,000 people. The crime rate in Grand Crossing is 317% higher than the national average. The violent crime rate in the Grand Crossing neighborhood is 2,858 violent crimes per 100,000 people. Yo, my man washing his car. That's my guy. My guy was washing his car. Y'all saw him, the bald dude we drove by. We're at 79th and Rhodes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But maybe his block doesn't have that sign. So he like, man, I'm glad that I don't live on the other block. Let me make a right real quick. Ooh, cars are coming out of nowhere, bro. Oh, it had a sign. It had the no car washing sign. My guy a boss. He said, listen, man, if you watching, smash that thumbs up button because we feel each other. That's what I'm talking about. Willis. Yeah. He was washing his car. He had the hose out and all. Yeah, that's the dumbest rule ever, man. That's like the most petty rule that I've heard of in a long time. You can't wash your car. Like, come on, man. It's not like I'm washing it with acid or I'm washing it with enamel paint. And when you know what I mean? When the paint lands on the ground, you know, that soap and that. If anything, I'm gonna make the block smell better. We got Good Neighbor Food Market on our left. We got a female on our right walking a cool little tiny dog. Let's make this right on Eberhart. We got Family Dollar on our right. I don't know what's up with this car in front of us. They parked up and then they pulled out. We got Shea Butter on our left. Probably like some type of beauty business. So this neighborhood receives an F rating when it comes to crime based on areavibes.com. 100 years St. Dorothy Catholic Church. One family, one faith, one love, one hope. So I guess that church serves this neighborhood because there was a banner. I got another car behind me. Before I continue the stats, let me focus. We got a cop camera, one of them city cameras on this corner up top. It's black. Eberhart and 78th. Let me pull over. There's a Kia behind me. It might blow up and catch on fire. Lighthouse. That's me being sarcastic, of course. Lighthouse Apostolic Faith Church on our right. All right, they turn. Imani Center, St. Dorothy Church on our left. Property crime is 182% above the national average. Key findings show that violent crimes in Grand Crossing are 591% higher than the national average. In Grand Crossing, you have a 1 in 13 chance of becoming a victim of crime. Probably higher if you walk by Old Block. That's not funny, but I mean, they said that it got better, so maybe, you know, maybe people grow up, you know, maybe they grew up, they moved out, you know what I mean? That's how it is. I think that's how it is with most hoods across America. We're at 77th, Eberhart and 77th. Like, back in the 80s, a lot of hoods was bad. Back in the 90s, a lot of hoods was bad. You know what I mean? And what happened is a lot of those people, they either, you know, got out of that lifestyle, they had kids, they had family, they moved out, they got booked, they might be locked up doing large sentences. Unfortunately, some of them probably didn't make it past a certain age and are no longer with us because of that lifestyle choice, you know what I mean? So, like the older folks would say, this guy's cleaning his car too. That's what I'm talking about. I can hang with these guys right here, yo. They cleaning their car. So with that being said, you know, older folks would use the term riffraff. A lot of the riffraff has moved out and is no longer here. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of guiding our next generation, our youngsters, our youth, you know, and keeping them on the right track so they don't follow that footstep. No drugs, no loitering, no littering, no loud music. That's what I'm talking about. I can live on this block right here. Because they ain't saying nothing about car wash or fixing cars. So low key, you could look. So if you live on the next block, they don't want you to fix your car on that block, but this block, they don't mind it. Just pull up the block, one block, and fix your car. Grand Crossing is safer than 9% of the cities in Chicago. Year over year, crime in Chicago has not changed. Crazy, right? Cost of living. Let's talk about the cost of living. Let me move past 75th though. We're on Eberhart and 75th. I got a car behind me about to squeeze right by us. All right, let me keep moving forward. So, Grand Crossing in Chicago, Illinois receives a C rating for cost of living. The cost of living is 3% overall versus the national average. Housing is 31% below the national average. Key findings show that the cost of living in Grand Crossing is 3% below the national average. Illinois' general sales tax is 23% higher than the national average. Illinois state income tax is 101% higher than the national average. All right, let's make this left-hand turn. There's a lot of vegetation, a lot of greenery, a lot of plants, you know what I mean? The sidewalks and then the trees. So what's crazy is that just a couple days ago, there was a, go ahead buddy, I'm gonna let you go. You wrote prayer 2 on your license plate, but I'm gonna let you go because I know if you get behind me, you're probably gonna be in a rush. So I'm gonna let you get the right of way. What's interesting is that, to my knowledge, gang culture is prevalent here. And speaking of gang culture, a few days ago there was a mass gang shooting. Not in this neighborhood, but it was in back of the yards neighborhood, which is also on the south side. But yeah, it was what they call a gang mass related shooting. Crazy, right? If you know anything about the gang culture, if you know anything about just knowledge, if there's any gems that you can drop in the comment section, feel free to add your input, educate me, as well as educate the viewers. If you're from here, let us know what it's like living here. Let us know if these stats make sense. Damn, he was out. Yo, and Toon drive fast? And Toon drive fast. No way. I drive like a grandma compared to most people. All right, cool. And there's no offense to all my grandma, because there's probably grandmas out there that push the pedal to the metal. I actually knew this older woman. She was in her 60s. Wow, probably 66, 67. She drives stick shift cars. Matter of fact, I know 2 women, because I just thought of my homie's mom. I don't know how old she is. She probably in her 50s. But she drives stick shift too. Like, they prefer stick shift vehicles. So, you know what I mean? Old women get it in too. You know what I mean? Rim, cougar. Say no. Alright, we're at Vernon. 76 in Vernon. I don't like these cross blocks. I don't like the speed that people drive. I don't like, they blind your field of view because they park right on the corner, so you can't see unless you keep crawling in, and then by the time you crawl in, boom, you know, you probably, it's too late. You get into an accident. So the employment in Greater Grand Crossing, they receive an F rating. The income is 43% below the national average. The unemployment rate is 192% above the national average. The median household income in Grand Crossing is 44% lower than the national average. The male median earnings are 41% higher than female median earnings. I talked about that in the previous tour. I believe Washington Park, when I was in Washington Park and I covered that area. I talked about that, how a lot of the neighborhoods here seem to have that percentage. Males made 41% more than females. And we had a whole discussion about how I felt about that. That's crazy though. I would think that it would have changed from neighborhood to neighborhood, but that number seems to be the same straight across the board. And then somebody's lawn was overgrown to the max, and everybody else's lawn is trimmed. That one person's lawn is like a little rainforest. Oh man, these hiccups. Let me drink a little bit of water. Some high quality H2O. Or some high quality H2O, because this gentleman's sitting. But I gotta take a sip because my throat be like, you know, I'm quite parched. I'm dry, yo. Chill. I need some moisturizement. I don't like hot liquids. I don't like hot tea. I don't like coffee. I don't like hot cocoa. And guess what? This water's hot. Man, where's the CRV when you need it? My old vehicle that I used to do these tours with. You remember? In the trunk, it had a little cooling area. So if you wanted to put ice, it turns into a cooler. So that would have been super convenient right about now, because I got to drop the bag of ice, drop the whole, pack of waters, and whenever I get thirsty, oh snap, I got to park up, skirt, and go grab a bottle of water, and it'd be nice and cool. this street right here looks paved, and then boom, it goes back to being regular again. We just passed the Burger King. There was a Burger King off camera on my sharp right hand side. 7914 on my right is for sale. 7914. Look at these buildings on my left. Look like apartments. Two gentlemen were sitting in the trunk. You saw that? I drove by them at 14 miles an hour. It must have felt like super fast, but it wasn't. This was Vernon. So that address that I said back there, plus Vernon, with Chicago, Illinois. So, yo. 7914 Vernon, Chicago, Illinois. Y'all can look that up. Oh, snap, a Ford Probe. My mom's boyfriend at the time. Remember, I didn't grow up with my mom. My pop raised me. I didn't have my mom in my life, but it's all cool because we, still talk every once in a while, in current day. But the reason why I say that is because I don't want y'all to think I was raised with my step-pop. My pop raised me. But when I used to go visit my mom's when I was young, when I was like 11, 12, he had a Ford Probe stick shift. And I remember that he let me ride that, John, because he didn't believe that I knew how to drive stick. Chill, dog. I learned in the 1985 RX-7. Broski, what you talking about? GSLSE, 5-speed, rotary. Yeah, that was a bad car right there. But he didn't believe me, and my mom lived in Kensington. Like, she lived in, northern Kensington. There's the 4 Kensingtons. Yeah, I talked to my regular viewers about this several times, but I'm not going to keep repeating it right now. But where I come from the Kensington hood in Philly, right? So where my mom was stationed at, she was right around K&A. She was like a block and a half away from Kensington and Allegheny, which right now is just an opioid crisis going on. Crazy. People getting shot regularly. A few days ago, there was a headlines where 3 people got hit. The dude was flying, probably doing 100 miles down Allegheny. Yo, you got to see this CCTV footage. It's sad. There was a dude picking up cigarette butts on the ground, and the car came straight to him. He didn't have a chance. Anyway, they hit him. He went flying. There was somebody that got decapitated. Their head got like right there. Like it's crazy. So where I'm located at in Philly, it's kind of a little sad thing going on right now. But long story short, he let me wheel his Probe because he didn't believe me. She was on G and Westmoreland. He didn't believe me. So I bet. Well, she was on G and Westmoreland, she was on Custard and Allegheny, and she was on Willard. But they're all right by each other. He didn't believe me, so I got in that joint. Yo, skirt. He was on the right, she was in the back. And I drove that joint as a kid. Yeah, I drove the Ford Probe, that same burgundy one that we just passed. His was fresher though. And yeah, it was stick shift. Stick shift's my favorite, man. I actually love stick shift. If I could, I would buy everything in stick shift. A minivan, a car, a truck. I don't care. Everything stick shift. I did have a stick shift truck. My car is a stick shift. This one isn't. Unfortunately, I'm sad it's not. Crimea River. Cry me. Yeah, I wish it was stick, but it's not. But it's funner. It's more entertaining. But that Ford Probe reminded me of that story. So, And I drove it right through K&A. Through Kensington and Allegheny, for those of y'all who don't know what K&A means. What? No ball playing on this block? Y'all tripping. Listen, y'all tripping. They talking about slow. Children playing. What are they playing? They're not playing ball because the sign right there says no ball playing. Yo, that's another dumb rule. Next to car washing. Look, there's a sign right here that reads slow. Children playing. What are they playing with? Rocks? What are they playing with? Sticks? They could be playing basketball, but y'all don't want them playing ball. No ball playing. That's a dumb rule. Thumbs up for that being a dumb rule. I'm sorry. I don't even like playing basketball. But come on. If I had a kid, I want my kid to be outside bouncing the ball. You know what I mean? Like, they tripping, man. Y'all tripping. Who come up with, like with these rules? Like, does the block consist of mostly senior citizens where they're like, we don't play basketball, so we don't want nobody else to play basketball. Look at that house on my left. Boarded up. It might be an apartment. It's huge. Yo, that's crazy. No ball playing, bro. Like that. I thought this car right here on my left with no tags, Kia. And this car right here is hit, the cord in my back. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? I pay attention to those details, and I think I got a solution. Like I said, if you stop completely at the stop sign, you guys will have better looking cars. But it's just a joke, y'all. But that's a dumb rule. I'm sorry. Not cool. Wah, wah, wah. And what are they playing? What are kids playing with? Video? What are they on their phone? Oh, they're virtually playing basketball on their iPhone 27. I get it. You remember?